What's up, guys? We're gonna do Batman Wildcat issue number 1 of 3 from DC Comics. Yeah, I'm doing a couple of newer. Well, this is not really new, but a little bit more. I like those obscure. Nah, it's not really obscure, but more unknown titles. You know, people probably don't know there's a Wildcat Batman crossover. Maybe they do, and maybe they thought, this was shit, but maybe it doesn't. We're gonna find out. So. I choose the Wildcat Batman because Wildcat is he's a boxer and I'm boxing too and doing that for 5 years now, and I'm having great fun because before that I drank a lot of soda, like cola, eating bad, sleeping bad. I was bloated, and now I'm doing that boxing and my cardio levels is improving a lot. Man, I'm feeling great. I slimmed down a lot, so yeah, I can recommend boxing for everyone. And I don't mean punching somebody's face in, but more like you can this cardio boxing, if you know what I mean. You can do that as well. I mean, then you are punching just bags with a couple of other people. It's great fun. Anyway, enough about that. We're gonna dive in. So we have, well, a boxing session with cameras. And the narrative says, it was the ugliest beating I'd ever seen. The sound of bones breaking was like a soundtrack for every punch that monster threw. Teeth were spilling like chiclets out of a cheap bag. Great stuff. Claws ripped through the guys like a wind full of razor blades. And never seen a man stand so long taking that kind of mauling. And yeah, we having Wildcat against Killer Croc. And there's probably some underground stuff in here because people can place bets. You know the drill, right? And so yeah, this is getting rough. Wildcat here is getting the beating of his life, and it says, I don't think Wildcat has conscience when Croc applied his trademark hold, the vertebreaker. Probably better that way. It was freaking awful sound, like hands snapping stalks of celery. What Croc did next made me puke. And he snapped his back or neck. And then we go to here in this diner. So it's this guy's called Fly, and he's here with Wildcat. And how can it be? I mean, isn't he dead? Well, we're gonna find out what that is all about. So this is Chad Grant. He's Wildcat, and this guy's I don't know. Said, hey, there is some stuff going around. Maybe you should look at it, and maybe you are interested, in going there, probably for, him placing bets or something, or maybe he's interested. So he gives him a videotape. Nothing screams old than a videotape. I mean, CDs, okay, I can get, Blu-rays and stuff like that, but videotapes, that's really old. Anyway, even from this timeline, but still, okay. So Grant takes a look at it, but then also here, I don't know, Bruce Wayne come out. His neighbor comes, and he says, need to take a break. I have a videotape with some incredible footage on it over at the house. Cost me a small fortune. I'll pass, Dev. I don't really care for what you call entertainment. Just being neighborly, neighbor. If you're missing a great fight, you're missing a great fight, Brucey. Fight. And I must say, the art looks great. And so it's been, I forgot to talk about it. Chuck Dixon is involved, and you all know Chuck Dixon. He's, it's Chuck Dixon. He's a legend. And what's the artist's name? I can barely read it. Beau Smith is the penciler. He's doing a great job, man. I like his art, especially the hair and just facial expressions look cool. So he has a square giant television, and he shows the footage. And this guy says the man's jaw is hanging by the tennis. What do you think now, Brucey? And Brucey, no stomach for violence, huh? So Brucey's doing the Batman thing, and you can see he's pretty angry. And so he goes to the morgue because Commissioner Gordon is there. He called Batman, and Robin is here too. And he says, hey, I wanted to see this first. He was a member of your brotherhood. I'm not sure I call it that, Commissioner, but Wildcat was a friend. But that's why I'm surprised he didn't let me know he was in Gotham. So it seems they found him, I don't know, near the docks or near the harbor. And he says to Batman that he probably is the best one to unmask him. And Batman says, I might suspected this. It's not Wildcat. Oh no, it's some kind of an unknown young guy that's been, dead. And Batman says he's a pretender. So Batman says, keep the matter of the costume a secret. List him as John Doe now. You know Wildcat's identity, he says to Robin. We met a few months ago, pretty much a no-brainer, really. I figured out your secret, right? So maybe you already know our first move. Find Ted Grant and then the killer. Great. Awesome. Love it. So Ted is here watching the videotape and yeah, he's pissed. He's pissed off. He's pissed off. So and also KG Beast is also involved. He's killing people left and right. So he's seeing all this gruesome violence. And I don't know, it just made him pissed off. Maybe because of the innocent, well, not so innocent, but people dying, or that this circuit is thriving, with criminals making a lot of money, etc. So we go to the Batcave, and finally we have a screen with something on. Okay, I'm gonna rag about it a little bit, small bit, about modern comics, because modern comics has just a blue screen with nothing on it. Maybe a Bat logo, but this is what I mean with detail all the time. It's not only just and with floors and with computers and buttons and stairs and backgrounds and a screen with fucking something on it, instead of, oh no, we do a Photoshop guy, do a very light blue and then with a glow on it and call it a day. No, this is the era when people actually work for it. Okay, rant over for now. So they check the background of that costume guy, and his name is Hector Ramirez. He's a Gotham native, and Batman says background: high school education, 3 years Navy, 4 years professional boxing heavyweight division. So they suspect that maybe this guy is maybe an apprentice of Ted, and or maybe not, or maybe Ted just teach them boxing, etc. And so he's gonna fight for it, but there is someone he needs to check, and it's Batman is here. And then this is what I really like. So for those of you not know, Batman has another identity. It's called Matches Malone. So Matches Malone is acting like he's the underground guy. He's a sneaky, and basically this is not a mustache with a wig on it. No, it's actually a mask. A rubber mask that Bruce is donning on, and he changes his whole demeanor and his persona. So he's moving between the criminals, right? So Penguin thought he's dead, and Matches says, basically it's not true. So he hears about this boxing matches, and he wants to, find it. So Penguin says, the secret ring. I don't know much, and I don't care to know more, as Penguin says. It's not that I found it distasteful. I don't simply trust it's legitimate. But then this is happening. Ted is here in his wildcard costume, and he says, your boy makes a better paperweight than a bodyguard. Don't forget, people, maybe for people who doesn't know, Ted Grant, he's a badass. He is he's tough. He's really tough. As a boxer should be, right? And so these guys, want to try something, but Batman, Wildcat does this, and he's and Bruce, or Matches Malone, says, hey, no problem here, I'm just visiting. Little does Wildcat know that he's Batman in disguise. Great stuff. So and he's also overly aggressive. So he says, let me save you some breath, Penguin. I got answers for those tired old questions bouncing around in your head. I ain't crippled, I ain't a woman, and I ain't dead. Obviously. There's 5 of your goons outside spitting animal right now, and they didn't want to answer my one simple question. I figure you're a lot smarter than they are, Penguin. Indeed. So he gives him, the address of this guy called Flea. Hey, we know that Flea guy. And Except I don't know why you're looking for Flea, and I really don't care, but I give you his location for no other simple reason because I want you to leave. I find your manners very distasteful. Ever the businessman, Penguin. So this guy tries it again. He's getting knocked out again by Wildcat, of course. And basically he also says, don't aggravate me. Remember that, Penguin. And Bruce is just smiling at his Matches Malone persona. Love it. So Matches is here, and this clean guy says, Mister, there's no trains on the E line after 2 in the morning. I'm a patient guy, so then this is happening, and I don't know, it's some kind of a Batmobile on rails? How does that work? Great stuff. I love all these small little things. So Bruce jumps in, and he says to Robin, there's a connection between Ted Grant and Ramirez. Penguin told you that? Grant did, but you redecorated Cobblepot's casino with bodyguards. This guy's no subtle, but you have to admit to admire his style. Okay, so Barbara is also chiming in because she's Oracle, and she is knows stuff about the secret ring, and she said you need to buy a special satellite downlink, and it's expensive. This is entertainment for millionaires, decadent millionaires. Oracle. So, and they found, on Ramirez, they did some autopsy, and they found something on him. They found there are some bites in the dental records of Arkham, and it matches with Waylon Jones, and Waylon Jones is Killer Croc, and Batman says, I don't like it. Great. So we go then to, I don't know, the villain's lair, and this guy is called Lockup. I don't know, maybe he's a minor Batman villain or not. And who is this guy? It's called Ernie Chubb. So Ernie Chubb is, I don't know, the organizer, or he's the champion, and he is locking all these guys up, and for entertainment, and he's making a lot of money in it, and he's also don't like it, spit on the KG Beast. Normally the KGB Beast would not be happy about that, but maybe they're, I don't know, tranquilizing these guys. I'm not entirely sure. So the backstory of this guy is he says, I prove that all of the fabulous Ernie Chubb is the greatest fighter in the world. That right? You said you used to be a boxer, right? Yeah, I was. But the other fighter and the promoters were envious of my ability, my education, and my power. Human frailty and lack of stamina caused a few of my opponents to meet there with an early dismissal from this mortal coil. Great hands, look very fake. Fear of my talents drove the boxing powers to banish me from the sport, from my birthright, from my world. He's pretty powerful. Anyway, skipping more pages. Wildcat is here punching some dudes because he wants to have some answers, and this guy is hitting with a chair, and he says, "Not the answer I'm looking for, dummy," and he clocks him in the face, and he says, "I guess they really didn't know him. Man, Ted Grant had no luck finding him, and Wildcat ain't gonna do any better." But he's going to other places now, and he finds Flea. And Flea is, doing his, walking with whistling. And he says, "Flea, turn around slow. I don't want you checking out with a heart attack when you see me. Yeah, I want you nice and healthy when I beat you senseless." And he's sweating already. And that leads us to the next issue. They're free issues, guys. So, we're gonna cover that. Guys, let me know what you think about this comic. And do you heard of it? This is a trade paperback, by the way, if you are interested. So check it out, or not. You can watch my videos because 2 and 3 are, of course, coming up as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.